You know, coming in, I don't think very many people gave us much of a shot, but I think that the guys in our locker room truly believed that we could get a win, and we went out with the game plan that we thought could do it, and I thought we went out and did that. I thought defensively was a big key. I thought our defensive ability to help on their big guys inside, and I think Brandon's defensive game on Mark Winters was outstanding. They averaged 74 coming in against us in the 3 games, and we held them to 33 today, which I think that says a pretty good bit about what we did today.
Questions? You lost 3 times to them up to this point. How do you prepare for this game?
Well, we did use that a little bit, thinking that, they beat us 3 times, and it was funny because I thought the first game of the year we had a chance to win that game. So I think that kind of gave these guys a little bit of confidence that they felt we could beat them. The next 2 games, they beat us by 16 and 24, but we thought going into the regional game we had a game plan that we thought would work. We didn't do a very good job of going out and executing that, which, looking back now, I told these guys the other day it might have been a good thing, because if we'd executed and did anywhere close to what we did to them today, they would have had a little bit of an advantage in knowing what we were going to try to do to them coming in here today, and it might have been different. But so I think things worked out well that way. I think we came out today and did what we wanted to do, how we felt we could play with them and win, and we executed it pretty well.
What was your defensive game plan?
Well, basically, we were going to help inside on Will Hoyt or Winters anytime they got the ball with whoever made the pass in. We weren't going to totally sell out every time. We wanted to try to keep them guessing a little bit whether we were coming or not. Like I said, I think Brandon and Chance and those guys' defense on them inside helped out a good bit by getting them off the block, getting them off the low spots where they wanted to go, and made our doubles a little bit easier to get to and a little bit easier to recover back to their shooters if they did kick it back out.
The key was that fast start with David hitting all those threes. They don't play from behind, though. Dave will tell you that in a minute. So to get out there and be, 22 or something like that, what it was?
Yeah, I mean, we felt getting off to a good start was a key, and I thought we got off to a better start than I could have envisioned, and probably any of these guys could have imagined. But I think the longer the game went and the longer that lead stayed up there, the more pressure was on them, knowing that they were expected to win, and they were going to have to try to come back from that big deficit. And the whole second half, we really just said, you know what, we want long possessions on both ends. You want to make them have a long possession on the offensive end, and then we want to, take care of the ball and have long possessions on the offensive end just to shorten the game down. And that's the way it worked out.
David, how big did that basket look in the first quarter?
It was. The first one went in, so I just kept shooting. Teammates were getting me the ball when I was open. Just let it fly.
No, you were able to do it, but how tough is it to get these kids to not shoot? To understand that by holding the ball, you got a better chance of winning the game.
Right, and I think that was the key. I think they realized, because that's kind of what we told them last game. Look, we went out with a game plan in the regional finals or the sectional final, and we didn't do it, and look what happened. We lost by 24. Now you can either go back out and try to do it your way, or you can try to do it our way. And I told them I'd rather they did it our way, and if we lost, then we can take the heat for it, rather than them having to take the heat for the loss. But got a good group in there, and I think they realize what kind of opportunity they have down here with a chance to play in a state tournament, and they're pretty much willing to do whatever it's going to take, I think, to try to get a win. I mean, we shot the ball really well, I thought, and I mean, we defended better than we have all year, really. And I mean, it was just one of those days where evidently everything was lined up in the right spot where it needed to be, and we went out and played really well.
Talk about your matchup with Catholic.
I mean, they're a good team. We came down here a month and a half ago or so, and they gave it to us pretty good. We're a little bit bigger than them, so hopefully that works to our benefit. We can rebound and play better than we did the first game. I mean, the George kid's a good player. The McCarty kid, I think, is an excellent guard. I think he's one of the best guards in the state. I mean, he is very good on both ends of the floor, and they just have a good team. It's not just those two guys. I mean, they have other guys that know their roles, and Coach McClanahan's no stranger to down here. They're here every year, and they're usually semis, finals every year. So he does a good job with them, and they understand. Because they've been here so many times, they understand what it takes to win down here.